Tobago House of Assembly to consider private sector compensation. Tragic drowning at Mount Irving Beach. And health officials alert public to be aware of Saharan dust dangers. Good evening, I am Renessa Ortiz and you're locked into Tobago Updates Television News for 24th Tuesday, February 2026. Now to our top story. Tobago's business community is holding its breath as the Tobago House of Assembly begins a formal assessment of the financial fallout from recent cargo disruptions. With the Blue Wave Harmony expected to hit full commercial speed by March 1st, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine says the island must move beyond speculation to hard data. Joel Green George reports on the push for business relief and food security.
For over 6 weeks, Tobago's supply chain has been under strain. Since the Cabo Star's lease ended on January 12th, the replacement vessel, Blue Wave Harmony, has faced a series of technical delays and berthing accidents. Now, the THA's Economic Management and Research Unit, led by Dr. Selvon Hazel, is moving to quantify the damage.
As well as to avoid speculation, and people just calling figures out, we need to know the true cost. And that will assist the Tobago House of Assembly in seeing what measures it needs to put in place to ensure that we keep our businesses afloat.
Trinidad and the Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce warns that turnaround cycles for truckers have stretched to 52 hours. Construction projects have stalled, and supermarkets are reporting empty shelves for basic staples. Augustine says this data-driven approach is a sharp departure from the 2017 cargo crisis.
And I don't think the THA then gave any additional support. No one stopped to study the impact during that period. There was no real meaningful action, but we are a different government.
Beyond immediate relief, the Assembly is looking at long-term resilience. Research is currently underway to determine if Tobago can maintain a 3-month food supply independent of Trinidad, citing the risk of natural disasters like earthquakes.
And the instruction to the Division of Finance is that we have to get Tobago to a place where we have at least 3 months worth of food at any given time. Whether we could feed ourselves for 3 months without needing anything external to come to the island.
The economic report is expected in 2 weeks. Until then, business owners remain in a holding pattern, waiting for both the data and the promised relief. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Joel Green George.
It was a calm Monday afternoon at Mount Irving Beach that ended in a sudden loss for the Canby community. 83-year-old Godwin Williams of Riseland Trace was enjoying the water near the 1763 restaurant just before sunset. He was bathing in the company of Raymond Straker when the atmosphere turned to one of panic. His companion noticed that Mr. Williams was slumped over in the water, his face submerged despite wearing a float around his torso. Mr. Straker and a nearby beachgoer, Dion Henry, rushed to the aid of the senior. Mr. Henry began CPR immediately. Emergency services took over the effort but failed to resuscitate him. The district medical officer arrived later to make the official pronouncement. His body has since been moved to the Scarborough General Hospital mortuary. We at Tobago Updates Television News send our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of Mr. Williams, and our hearts go out to the Riseland Trace community as they mourn this sudden passing. A plume of Saharan dust has moved across Trinidad and Tobago, reducing air quality and visibility while triggering respiratory concerns for vulnerable groups. Health official Dr. Renee Alfred is advising residents to limit outdoor activity, stay hydrated, and wear protective masks if necessary, as the dust concentration is expected to persist over the next several days. Here are the details.
Dr. Rena Alfred explained that those most affected by Sahara dust include adults and children with atopy. Particular patients with allergic rhinitis and conjunctivitis, marked by itchy nose and irritated eyes. Prematurely born children are also vulnerable, as their respiratory systems are more sensitive to airborne particles and allergens.
The adult and the child that would be most likely affected by Sahara dust are those that fall under the umbrella of atopy. Atopy or atopic patients usually are those that have had allergic rhinitis or have allergic rhinitis, so the itchy nose on mornings, the scratchy eyes, allergic conjunctivitis. Those children that may have been born premature and had to be in the NICU and had to be on the ventilator or the breathing machine. So
Alfred emphasized for both children and adults to monitor daily weather reports and air quality, making it a routine to stay informed. When Sahara dust levels are high, be prepared before going outdoors. Parents should limit children's strenuous outdoor activities on high dust days to reduce respiratory strain and allergic reactions.
So first off, for children and adults, you need to keep your eye on the weather reports, and you need to keep your eye on when the particle index is very high. And that just has to be part of your daily routine, just like you would check the weather, because you really have to be ready for what you're going to face when you get outside. In the case of children, we would say on the days when the Saharan dust is really bad, we'd want to avoid too much strenuous activity outside. Easier said than done, because of course children will enjoy themselves and frolic, but
the Ministry of Health is raising awareness about the dangers of high Sahara dust levels, especially for those at risk of respiratory complications. Individuals with lung or heart conditions, the elderly, and children are advised to stay indoors when possible, keep rescue medication handy, and seek medical attention if symptoms worsen. This is Aaliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Up next, Trinidadians sentenced in US for firearms smuggling.
TL Promotion presents Laugh and Live this Good Friday, 7 p.m. It's non-stop laughter at Bertrude Legacy Park, Lowlands. Special guest from Jamaica, Mr. Funny himself, Owen Blacker Ellis. From Trinidad, Rising Comics, Alan the Entertainer, and Son. And from Tobago, amateur comic, Bishop Terence Baines. Listen, this is a laughing matter. Get your tickets now at Den's Electronics, 2nd floor, Port Mall, Scarborough. An Island e-tickets or call 685-1988. At the door, you will pay more. It's gonna be a family affair. Laughter is good for the soul, whether you're young or you're old. So get your tickets now. You can't afford to miss it. Add some laughter to your Easter.
Coming up, fets, pan, parades, soca. Yes, Carnival is in full swing. Artists from all over added their strokes to Antigua and Barbuda's canvas. A boost for these Barbadian projects through the power to make a difference. Equal servings of culture and good cheer. It's Caribbean Passport TV right here on this station.
Tobago, it's Carnival. Dubai, the event space formerly known as Shade, for the court Tobago, says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJs and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Thank you for staying with us. A Trinidad and Tobago national has been sentenced to federal prison for smuggling firearms from the United States. Shemoine Alexander, 36, of Port of Spain, was handed a 4-year, 9-month sentence by U.S. District Judge John L. Badalamenti in the Middle District of Florida. Alexander had previously pleaded guilty to conspiracy to export firearms. Court records show that between April 2019 and April 2022, Alexander and co-conspirators illegally shipped more than 200 firearms and components from Florida to Trinidad and Tobago. In April 2021, authorities at Piaco International Airport seized a shipment disguised as household items, which actually contained pistols, revolvers, a shotgun, AR-15 parts, magazines, and ammunition. The investigation involved the multiple U.S. and Caribbean agencies, including Homeland Security Investigations, the ATF, and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, with support from international offices facilitating Alexander's extradition. Alexander was also ordered to forfeit the firearms seized during the operation. Tobago is shifting gears in the long-standing quest for self-governance. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine has announced the pending formation of a constituent assembly designed to finalize the island's autonomy demands. The move bypasses traditional legislative routes by inviting Trinidadian lawmakers and third sector stakeholders to the table in Tobago. Joel Green George reports.
The push for Tobago's autonomy is entering a new phase of grassroots mobilization. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine says the time has come to consolidate the island's voice. He is calling for a constituent assembly, a collective body tasked with drafting the legal framework for Tobago's future.
I plan to install on the island a constituent assembly. The constituent assembly is really calling the entire constituency, that is Tobago, to order and calling the entire island to a place where we finalize the provisions we want for autonomy.
This is not just a political exercise. The assembly will include NGOs, faith-based groups, and various political interests. A major conference at Shaw Park will serve as the launchpad, with a Hansard record kept for historical and legal purposes.
Notwithstanding winning all the seats, we are not trying to come up with everything ourselves, but we are essentially asking the entire island to participate and to let their voices be heard in terms of what they would like to see, what we would like to see.
In a strategic reversal of the usual process, the THA is inviting independent senators, government, and opposition members from Trinidad to attend sessions in Tobago. The goal is to ensure the final document is ready for the parliamentary floor before it even leaves the island. Legal Affairs Secretary Adana Joseph Wallace is already assembling a team of draftsmen to turn these public debates into law.
Codify the laws as the island is engaged in robust debates and conversations about what our autonomy is to look like.
As the Chief Secretary attends the 50th CARICOM regular Heads of Government meeting this week, this new assembly should kick off next week. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Is Tobago prepared for a catastrophic disruption in the food supply chain? That's the question at the center of a new study by the Tobago House of Assembly. Beyond the immediate cargo crisis, the THA is moving to overhaul the island's industrial framework, targeting years of stagnation at the Cove Eco-Industrial Park. Joel Green George reports on the push to tackle self-sufficiency.
Tobago's heavy resilience on the Port of Spain gateway is under intense scrutiny. Currently, the island imports over 80% of its food. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine says a study launched last year is nearing its conclusion, aiming to determine if Tobago can survive 3 months without a single vessel arrival.
Said we started a study last year to look at how long can Tobago sustain itself food-wise without any sailing of the vessel. The answer to that question is important because the answer to that question is what will inform government policy in terms of how we provide incentives to the private sector and also to those in the public sector.
The Chief Secretary points to a 45-year industrial gap. While small-scale agro-processors exist, large-scale manufacturing remains non-existent. The goal is to revitalize the Cove Eco-Industrial Estate, which Augustine describes as a ghost town due to long-standing administrative failures.
When we were ready to provide the leases for the land, that's when it was discovered that Cove and the company there, EI Cut, never had adequate tenureship or titleship for the land there at Cove. And so they could not give any leases out.
Beyond land titles, the THA is racing to rectify a missed application for tax-free zone status at Cove. To bypass the Trinidad First shipping model, the Assembly is also seeking sovereign guarantees for a modern import-export port in Scarborough.
And this is a very important undertaking because it means that until we do, all of our goods must sail past Tobago to Trinidad and then be sailed back to Tobago. That does not work for our food security.
With feasibility studies complete, the THA is now calling on the central government to greenlight international investment. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update all the time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back with some news in sport.
As you come in. Long time I see you. This station complete. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Stephen to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about that. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla. I thought it was your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Coming up, fets, pan, parades, soca. Yes, Carnival is in full swing. Artists from all over added their strokes to Antigua and Barbuda's canvas. A boost for these Barbadian projects through the power to make a difference. Equal servings of culture and good cheer. It's Caribbean Passport TV right here on this station.
TL Promotion presents Laugh and Live this Good Friday, 7 p.m. It's non-stop laughter at Bertrude Legacy Park, Lowland. Special guest from Jamaica, Mr. Funny himself, Owen Blacker Ellis. From Trinidad, Rising Comics, Alan the Entertainer, and Son. And from Tobago, amateur comic, Bishop Terence Baines. Listen, this is a laughing matter. Get your tickets now at Den's Electronics, 2nd floor, Port Mall, Scarborough. and Island e-tickets or call 685-1988. At the door, you will pay more. It's gonna be a family affair. Laughter is good for the soul, whether you're young or you're old. So get your tickets now. You can't afford to miss it. Add some laughter to your Easter.
Welcome back. The Northside Zone Primary School Zonal Competition brought excitement and energy to the young athletes of WIM AC, Castara Government, Table Peace Government, and Mason Hall Government earlier today. Here are the details.
Students showcased their speed, agility, and determination across track and field events, thrilling spectators and teachers alike. Students from the Table Peace Government Primary School shared how they feel competing against other schools.
So I'm okay with doing stuff with other schools, and I'm very proud of the places I came in my races. I like competing with other schools because it really gives you like a challenge to try to get to win. And for my places, I like my places. I think my places are them good.
WIM AC impressed with dominating sprint performances, while Mason Hall and Castara shone in long-distance races.
It's good to know other people, and it felt good. No, not good. It felt excellent. And then I got to compete with the students from other schools, and it was good knowing them as well. I feel good. I think I qualified.
Teachers and parents celebrated each achievement, emphasizing teamwork and fair play. The event highlighted not just athletic talent, but also the enthusiasm and dedication of Northside students, promising an exciting season ahead of these schools prepare for national-level challenges. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Last Saturday, the Mercury Athletic Club hosted a special award ceremony in celebration of its 8th anniversary, which was marked in November. The event honored outstanding athletes for their dedication, discipline, and achievements, while highlighting the club's continued growth and commitment to excellence in sport. Here are the details.
Head coach and president of the Mercury Athletic Club, Soreen Bishop, noted that 2 student athletes from last year, Jafari Edwards and Reina Regis, were selected to the National Age Group Championship team that was scheduled to travel to Nicaragua. However, the entire Tobago contingent, both athletes and coaches, was unable to make the trip due to flight issues arising from missing documentation.
3 of the athletes in particular from last year, Jafari Edwards and Rihanna Regis, they were both selected to the national team, the National Age Group Championship team that was supposed to travel to Nicaragua, but we didn't go again because of we had some problems with the flights. The flight didn't allow us to get on due to a document that we didn't have, and was the whole team.
He explained that the club draws athletes from across Tobago, representing various high schools as well as students currently enrolled at universities. Their reach also extends internationally, with athletes based in the United States and Jamaica at both secondary and tertiary levels, alongside those training in Trinidad, highlighting that the club's talent is not confined to any single school or community.
Yes, we have athletes from all over Tobago, from all the high schools, and we also have athletes who are in university at the moment. So we have athletes in the States, we have athletes in Jamaica, both at secondary and tertiary level. We have athletes in Trinidad.
Overall, the celebration reflected the Mercury's Athletic Club's far-reaching impact, commitment to athlete development, and dedication to excellence. By nurturing talent locally, regionally, and internationally, the club continues to shape well-rounded athletes, inspiring young sportsmen and women, and proudly representing Tobago on national and global sporting stages. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio joins Caribbean leaders in St. Kitts this Wednesday. His visit coincides with the historic 50th CARICOM Regular Heads of Government meeting in Bastille. Rubio will co-chair a high-level session with CARICOM Chairman Dr. Terence Drew. The State Department says the visit aims to strengthen regional security and energy ties. Prime Minister Kamala Bissar arrived in the Federation Monday evening for the 4-day summit. She leads a delegation which includes Foreign Minister Sean Sobers and for the first time Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary Farley Augustine. The Prime Minister has already secured a private bilateral meeting with Secretary Rubio for Wednesday. They are expected to discuss security cooperation and the Dragon gas deal with Venezuela. This summit is the Prime Minister's first in-person CARICOM engagement of her second term. Over 200 delegates are attending the meeting under the theme Beyond Words. Key priorities include economic growth, climate resilience, and the single market and economy. The opening ceremony began earlier at 4 p.m. at the Marriott Dome. The weather report when we return.
TL Promotion presents Laugh and Live this Good Friday, 7 p.m. It's non-stop laughter at Bertrude Legacy Park, Lowlands. Special guest from Jamaica, Mr. Funny himself, Owen Blacker Ellis. From Trinidad, Rising Comics, Alan the Entertainer, and Son Son. And from Tobago, Amateur Comic, Bishop Terence Baines. Listen, this is a laughing matter. Get your tickets now at Den's Electronics, 2nd floor, Port Mall, Scarborough. An Island e-tickets or call 685-1988. At the door, you will pay more. It's gonna be a family affair. Laughter is good for the soul, whether you're young or you're old. So get your tickets now. You can't afford to miss it. Add some laughter to your Easter.
Coming up, fetes, pan, parades, soca. Yes, Carnival is in full swing. Artists from all over added their strokes to Antigua and Barbuda's canvas. A boost for these Barbadian projects through the power to make a difference. Equal servings of culture and good cheer. It's Caribbean Passport TV right here on this station.
Welcome back. Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight will be generally fair but hazy and breezy with a brief isolated shower possible at times across Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles. A significant concentration of Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere, and sensitive persons are advised to take the necessary precautions. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be 24 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 25 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Tomorrow's maximum temperature is forecast to reach 31 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 30 degrees Celsius in Crown Point, with heat indices climbing to around 35 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 34 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. Seas will be moderate with waves between 2 and 2.5 meters in open waters and near 1 meter, occasionally choppy in sheltered areas. A hazardous seas alert number 1 yellow level will come into effect from 5 a.m. tomorrow, and mariners are advised to exercise caution. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:22 a.m. and sunset is at 6:15 p.m. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Have a great night and let's recap the headlines. Tobago House of Assembly to consider private sector compensation. tragic drowning at Mount Irving Beach, and health officials alert public to be aware of Saharan dust dangers.